This is the F-5C premium fighter from the US tech tree. If you guys remember, about 5 months ago I did a video on this jet after I bought it, and I briefly talked about its capabilities and characteristics, but let's be honest, it wasn't a very good video. Now, 5 months later, I can definitely say I'm a lot better of a player, and I have plenty more experience in the jet, so here is my definitive review. I'm going to be using footage from a game I got with this thing where I think I performed quite well. Nonetheless, let's get straight into the game. So here we are on the Sinai map. Now this is a custom skin for the F-5C, which I will try to leave the link to in the description. And basically what I'm going to be doing, what I've started to do in the jet a lot more, is go bomb bases. I did stop for a while because I never managed to actually get to the bases. I'd always get in fights beforehand, but the fact I don't have a premium account is very important. I get at least one base destroyed, so I can, at least if I die, pay the repair cost. So what I'm doing here, I'm just flying to the east a bit, well not to the east, or more on the east side of the map, just away from where the furball is going to happen, so the enemy players are more distracted to the rest of the team than to me. So I'm just flying quite low. I know at this BR no one really has radar missiles apart from the odd Phantom, but there wasn't any that I encountered. But flying low anyway is good, as you'll see in a second. Very glad I did. This tornado's coming at me here. He is gaining very quickly, so head on. He's coming. He fires a missile. I flare it, and he crashes straight into the ground. So did not have to worry about him. So I'm just checking around me. There's a tornado out to my west and an F4F getting close. The F4F is turning into the middle of the map, and the tornado is not doing anything. I fire off a couple shots at this guy. I miss. He misses. He flies off, I think. And I am turning opposite to this tornado behind me. Fire a missile at the F4F, and I miss, unfortunately. Tornado IDS dies behind me. However, it looked like he was still flying quite straight, so I tried to dodge, get out of the way of his cannons, and I'm aiming up for this base coming up. So I turn the afterburner off, get the air brake out, and do the best attempt of bombing without a ballistics computer, which goes quite well. Now with the setup I do, 2 napalm bombs and 3 cone bombs gets a base destroyed. I hear people saying you can use less, but I like to be safe rather than sorry, as you'd say. So I'm flying after this F4F just to help the teammates out. I get a missile, my last missile off on him, and as you'll see in a second, he is taken out. Now I think was going head on with my friendly F5 there. I have no idea how he would have done, but in case the F4 would have taken him out, I did him a favour. Now I'm flying over here. There's a MiG-21 and a couple of friendlies. It's an F4F 22 kilometers out. I'm not going to reach him, so I decided to go over here. There's a Mirage just above in the clouds, as you will see in a second, who seems to be getting close to me, and I start climbing up towards him. I want to say, gets a radar lock on me. He's coming towards me, and I'm basically aiming up. He turns off the engagement. Very smart on him, to be honest, because I've gotten a lot better at head-ons in the F5, because usually I'd wimp out of them, but no I don't. But he did before really we got into that kind of engagement. So I'm following him here. He is speeding ahead of me. I don't think I'd be able to catch him in level flight. And also there's a enemy above them, so I just have to watch out, be careful. He takes out the A-10, unfortunately, and we have some friendlies below. So I'm just following these guys. The tornado's coming in, but we make short work of him very quickly, I do believe. So he's flying up and I'm flying up. He is losing speed though, and I'm flying about Mach 0.95. So I still have a bit of speed. J35D is catching up quicker than me, but I want to say I had the better aim. Well, not in there, and never mind actually, because the J35 did get him and I didn't. I don't think it's that tornado I get. I think I get another one. So F-4F over on that side, who I noticed earlier, he's still 20 kilometers out. And, you know, I think, no, he's too far at the start of this MiG-21, which I kind of regret because, as you'll see in a second, I quickly changed my mind because I'm not catching up with these guys. The F-5C is... it can probably just about catch up with some planes at this BR. SU-25 and A-10 definitely. Some things, no. It's just its acceleration and its top speed isn't very good. It can hold its speed quite well, it's just the speeds aren't very good. So I'm change targets, go after this F4F, he's coming at me, I'm coming at him, and what do? Fire some shots off, he fires some shots off, and I take him out because I did not spray the cannon everywhere, which I'd recommend to people, don't do that. I know if your enemy is coming at you and he's flying a load of different directions, sure, spray it all over, give a guess. But if they're flying straight at you, just spray right at them. And if you think they're getting close and you see their bullets coming at you, you can dive away. But trust in yourself that you can get them before they can get you. So looking out here, everyone's chasing the Mirage, and the Mirage is either coming at me or I'm catching up to him because he's flying slowly. He fires a missile at the J35, he misses, and I tried to guess where it was going, didn't do very well, but I am able to dive down on him, get on his 6. If I had gained control there, I would have had some shots, but when I do gain consciousness, I took him out. And that would be the last kill for the game, but there was still another enemy player. But I am on 9 minutes of fuel actually, which I'm not comfortable with while searching around for enemy players. So I'm returning to the base, just like the rest of the team, mainly for fuel and for my missiles. As you'll notice, I still have bombs. Originally I was going to go and try bombing another base on my way back, but you'll see in a second I ditched the bombs. So I'm just returning to base now, 54 kilometers away. I thought I have to burn half the way, just to get some fuel down. Not very necessary to still have really at this point. No one's coming at me really. So yeah, with the rest of the team, I'm just returning to the base. Just taking off here after repairing and rearming. I find a good takeoff speed for this thing when you have full loadout is over 300 kilometers an hour. Well, I just took off at 360 odd, which very easy. This thing has a good tendency of not having a good climb rate when you have payload equipped. Usually you have to have quite a high angle of attack for it to gain altitude, and at that point you are not losing speed, but gaining speed a lot slower. So I find a good workaround to that is just take off at a higher speed. So we'll see someone's activated blind hunt. They're all chasing after this last MiG-21. I'm 56 kilometers away. I'm not reaching them in time at all. So yeah, really, the game is pretty much over. They managed to take out the MiG-21. Fine, I'm guessing. I ditched the bombs in a second because, well, any attempt to get there quicker, I suppose. I'm second place on the leaderboard with 3 kills, a base destroyed. Without premium, the rewards I got from this was quite good, but with premium, the rewards would have been a lot better. But I'm happy with what I get, if I get anything at all, really. So yeah, the F-5C Would I recommend people buy it? Yeah, if you know what you're doing in it. A lot of players kind of get it and just guess how to play it, really, which you shouldn't do. I mean, it's easier to learn than the F-4S, but it's probably still not as forgiving as the F-4S. So there we go, the match is basically over at this point. I'm just doing some barrel rolls and flaring. But yeah, I'll give my last thoughts in just a second. Now, do I recommend buying the F-5C as of March 2023? Yes and no. I'd rather people make that decision themselves. However, if you are looking for a good vehicle to grind out the US tech tree like I have been doing, I'd say yeah, it's a good addition to your squadron. However, you have to kind of know how the F5 works in order to do well in it. You're not catching up with F104s, MiG-21s, so there is no point chasing after people. You want people to chase after you, and you want to get them in front of you, which the F-5C is quite good at if you know how to do that. In a turn fight, it's very good. When you're flying after players who aren't paying attention and you get missile off, that's very good. I mean, any plane's really good at that. But the F-5C is quite good at that, because what I find is that opponents generally underestimate F-5Cs, usually because players who fly them aren't very good. So if you get the jump on an enemy and they go, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting this, you'll most likely take them out. So I've bought this. You make your decision if you want it. You don't have to have it. There is other alternatives to get you to the F-16, F-14, whatever you want to grind to. However, it's a good plane. I want to thank you guys for watching, and yeah, subscribe and like. I really enjoy the support. I'll catch you guys in the next one.